In this episode, I'm going to talk about my typical day. I'm not going to go into a lot of it, but on a standard Monday through Friday, my typical day starts out as usually cleaning, starting out with. After that, I get into my podcasting, such as right now, and I try to figure out what are good topics are to talk about. And forgive me, I'm really tired this morning. I didn't really get too much coffee, and so on. I like to talk about the news. I like to talk about gaming. I like to talk about money. I like to talk about making money. I like to talk about just all different types of topics. Food, how to make food, what to do with food. And also, I like to get into motorcycles. I've had numerous types of bikes, and they are freaking amazing. I don't know why I said they were, but they're all freaking amazing. And so forth. So, right now, as I'm doing this podcast, I am currently feeding the cats at the moment. So I am mobile when I'm doing these shows. Literally, I can go anywhere I want. I can even probably do this when I'm just going out walking and going shopping or doing whatever. I can voice my opinions on things. I can just pull out my setup and just do a show, which is really awesome. I do use Spreaker, so they have a really awesome app, and that kind of blocks out a lot of the sound in the background, and it makes it sound a little bit more professional. And they haven't updated it in a while, but it's really good. Anyways, back to the show. I get into gaming a lot. I do play a lot of retro games. I play it for long hours. I get addicted to playing video games. I don't like spending money on video games because I find it just a useless thing. Even though I play video games. Ever since I started playing video games, I started to notice a trend going on. I buy one video game, I notice the next video game was almost exactly like the last video game. And then I just kept buying video games, and I just kept noticing all these trends. And when new gaming systems came out, I just kept noticing more trends. Like, oh, this is kind of like the concept of this game and this game, yet these games came out a while back. And yet games have changed over the last 30, 40 years, or at least video games in the digital world. Action, RPGs, RTS, turn-based games, or whatever. and action games. They've all changed. Like nowadays, you'll see a lot of people are into battle royale games compared to maybe about 5-6 years ago. People were more into just playing a regular FFA match with 4 players or 8 players, or playing a team match, a team death match, or just a regular death match with 4 to 12 players. Now there's over 100 players you can play with, which is really awesome. Don't get me wrong on that. There's a lot of good games out there that have a really decent setup and really cool background and all that shit. But I'm just waiting for the next cool idea to come out, such as Warcraft. There's really good updates on the new Warcraft that's coming out. There's going to be quite a bit of people that are going to be taking games from the old Warcraft 3 and customizing it and turning them into better, updated, and high quality games. When before these games came out, they came out in the late 90s to the 2000s, and these were games that normal people like you, me, and anybody else can create. And it would teach you like the basics of what a game creator does. And so when you load up Warcraft 3 and you go test these games, you'd have what you created, you know. And then you go either play single player or you go play multiplayer. And since now we got this whole trend going on with more and more and more people playing together online against each other, same thing's going on with Warcraft, and it's turning that game into a really badass game as well. And that's why I appreciate the Battle Royale games and all that shit. The reason why I don't play Call of Duty as much, I do play it on my phone a lot as well. You'll see me on my computer playing like 3 or 4 games at once. One of those games, I'll be on my phone. I'd be on my phone and I'd be playing Call of Duty. And on my computer, I'd be playing Warcraft. And then I'd have my other screen set to playing StarCraft. And I'd minimize that, and I'd be doing something else as well. So I'd be doing all this shit at once. And it's fun. And yeah. Games like Call of Duty, I've been playing for a long ass time, since I was a little kid. I still have the original Call of Duty, The Finest Hour. Still have that game. I remember going to Game Crazy. If anyone still remembers Game Crazy in Hollywood Video, I remember going into those shops and buying it straight up. And Call of Duty 2. The big red one, I think it was, or whatever. And then, yeah, I kind of lost interest after, I kind of lost interest in playing console games after that. I played the original Xbox, played PlayStation 3, I played the PlayStation 4, I played the Xbox One, but after numerous games came out for the consoles that looked like shit, they looked like they were rushed, and people got me so excited when it first came out. Like, oh man, the new PlayStation is rad, or the new Xbox is so cool. And when I bought it, it was not what I expected. The games sucked. It didn't really matter anyways, because at that time I was flipping gaming consoles, so I didn't lose my money. I wasn't one of those people who spent $500 on a gaming console, which now probably only worth like $100 to $150. Yeah. So that's why I don't get too psyched about video games. Like, you go buy a video game, and those video games are not worth anything, or ain't worth too much after one person beats it, and the price and value just keeps going down. So, if I see a video game I like, I can figure out a way to play it no matter what. Pretty smart in figuring that shit out. Anyways, I rambled on for quite a while. I did not even expect to do this episode. Like I said, I'm just rambling on, and I find it kind of fun because now I'm actually able to carry my voice and actually able to speak without feeling fear of getting persecuted or getting in trouble or saying things I fucking can't say or shouldn't say, or it would fucking come back to me the next day because people. I hate to say, I had a couple stalkers who I didn't think were actually stalkers, and they were on my Facebook. So I'd say something on my show, the next day, proof would be there, but they would never like my show. They would never ask me about my show. It's just anytime I'd say like a cuss word, or anytime anytime I'd say my opinion on something, I don't know. It would just be ridiculous shit talking about my show. And so I'm glad that is done and over with, and those people are off my Facebook and blocked. And all I'm trying to do is just keep improving and keep learning and keep trying to figure out how to communicate what I'm trying to say or what I'm thinking currently. And most of my thinking is just how I can hustle my way out of where I'm currently at, Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got their thing in life, where what they want to do, where they want to go. And I've got my thing. I want to strive for early retirement. I want to live a drama-free life. And you can't really get there if you're constantly bringing drama or surrounded by drama. And so I've been slowly making steps to improve away from that, or get away from that type of shit. and it's getting better. And I like it. So, anybody that has drama in their life, just slowly get away from it. Just, you gotta do it day by day. Just slowly ignore it and slowly stay away from the people that are doing it to you, and that will make great improvements. All these thoughts are coming out of my head. They're not from a script. I'm not reading it off any index cards. I might write down my next topic. I might scribble down like a little brainstorm just to help keep me focused on what I'm going to say next. That way I don't ramble on about something else, which I feel like I'm doing, but it's okay because I covered all the topics I wanted to talk about on this episode. So thank you for listening and have a great day.